My God, it's your favorite Sigma Wolf. What's up, boys? Oh, I gotta fix my beanie. Holy shit. It's way off. Okay, I don't like that the first chat message I read when I come back. The first chat message I read when I go live, turn my camera on, is I love alcohol so much. I'm shaking thinking about the next drink. I don't think that's a good sign, brother. What's up, y'all, though? How we doing, y'all? Besides the alcoholism, how we doing? Let's turn some background music on. And let's get started with the shiny hunt. Where we left off. Oh my gosh. I can't speak. I can't speak human words. Where we left off in the last stream was at 7,500 resets. We have. It almost hurts to say, but we have scrolled through, turned on and off, and deleted 7,500 Charmanders because none of them have been shiny yet. 7,500 different Charmanders, and none of them have yet to be shiny, and we're going to keep going because I am determined. I'm locked in, as the kids would say. I'm really hoping we can get a shiny today. I would honestly love to get the shiny like right now. First reset of the night, because I want to just go to bed. I would honestly end the stream. I know we just started the stream, but as quickly as we started the stream, I would end the stream so I can go to sleep. Sadly, that's not going to happen though, because we did not get the shiny. It's unlucky. No sleep until a shiny. It's not an addiction, it's a dedication. I mean, that's one way of calling it. One way of wording it. I want to preemptively apologize for tonight's stream. I'm probably going to be so out of it. My commentary is going to be just piss poor. Because I did work today, and I feel like anytime I come home from like a 10-hour shift, really any shift I work, like, it's rough. Because I come home from working a double, and I try to stream, and my commentary is just rough, bro. It's a struggle, but it's okay. We're going to try our absolute best to fight through. And at the very least, the commentary shouldn't matter as long as we get the shiny. We get the shiny right now, I don't need to talk. I don't need to entertain. As long as we get the shiny, I can just go the fuck to sleep. Today's the day. Thank you, Scumatrix. I love that positivity. I love the optimism in the chat. 72-hour stream? I don't think so. I have to work again tomorrow. Yeah, let me just call off work so we can do a 72-hour shiny hunting stream. Oh shit, wait, what am I doing? I got out of sync there a little bit. I worked today 8 to 11, only made 250. Big sad, big sad. Shoot, no, I'm nicknaming... Why am I nicknaming the Charmanders? Okay, clearly, I'm not focused. We're already making a ton of mistakes. Okay. Hollow Man redeemed extend stream by 72 hours. No. We aren't stopping till we find it. You know what's sad is we could probably extend the stream 72 hours, and there's a very real possibility we don't find it, and I don't want to think about that. I don't want to think about that possibility. I did maybe 2 or 3 hours with 24 different emulators and still failed. I did not have the dedication, though. "24 different emulators almost makes me jealous. Like, when I started this challenge, I was trying to hype myself up and, you know, pride myself in the fact that I was doing it on physical hardware. But the longer this challenge is taking, and the more and more hours we spend just to never find the shiny, just for the shiny to continuously evade us, it makes me think almost in a way I can equate very much so to jealousy. That I should have just used emulators, you know? I'm almost jealous of people who shiny hunt on emulators right now. Because if I was using emulators, this challenge probably would have been done and over with by now. We've been doing this shiny hunt since freaking September, bro. We've been doing this since September. But it's okay. Everything's okay. I'm not mad. I'm not upset. Because it'll be worth it in the end, you know? I wanted to do it on physical hardware. And I just need to remind myself. I need to look back at September, when I was a more naive and optimistic person. And just remind myself what it's all for. Who I'm doing this for. You know, that optimistic, ignorant boy 4 months ago who really thought it would be worth it. That's what I'm doing this for. I'm doing it for myself. Just a 4 month older version of myself, a happier version of myself. What happens if you pass 999 on the physical clicker? So, it's funny you asked that, because I've already planned ahead for that. I already expect that to happen, because at the rate we're going, and with how bad our luck has been, I fully expect us to get up to 10,000, and to thus surpass 9999 on the physical clicker. And that's why I bought a second clicker, baby. We have 2 clickers. Now, if we get up to 20,000, I don't know what we're doing. We're screwed. Hopefully that doesn't happen. Because I don't have a third clicker. But I at least have a second one sitting over my dresser. Channel of Exact donated $200 with the message, "Stream until shiny." If you actually donated $200, I would maybe... No, I couldn't. I can't even joke around about that because I don't think I have the sick time to call off right now. The problem is I used up all my sick time recently when I got sick, and now I don't have enough. I need to start saving it up again. But I mean, I would if I was drunk. Okay, well then I'm definitely not going to encourage you to donate. God damn it. I was accidentally naming one of the shinies and I didn't even notice. Okay. This is going terribly because I keep making so many mistakes. I keep accidentally nicknaming Charmanders, and all of the games keep getting out of sync. My efficiency is down the drain. I need to focus. This is terrible. Let me catch up on the chat real quick, and then I will start speedrunning these games, I promise. Been making my way through the 100 Trainer Challenge on Mount Battle and Pokemon Coliseum. Trying to get Ho-Oh. So far I've completed 30 battles. So the method I'm using is I have my FireEye cart in a nifty little device called an epilogue operator. I can insert or rip a save off the cart using a thing. Ah, emulators recognize it as a battle save. That does sound actually kind of cool. Also, what's up, Don? Nice to see you, Don. Found a venomous spider in my room yesterday. Now every time I see something move out of the corner of my eye, I go fight or flight mode. Yeah, me too, dog. Though, like, okay, listen. There's been a lot of times recently on stream, where I've had just random bugs interrupt my live stream. And I'll admit, I immediately go into flight. Just complete fear. And the stream has to get put on pause. And I don't like admitting that, okay? I admit it makes me look kind of bitch made. But it's like, okay. The other day, I was just trying to play Minecraft, and I had a fucking spider crawl across my desk. It almost crawled on my hand. And listen, I know I'm a friendly guy, but never have I ever openly invited a bug to crawl on my arm while I'm playing Minecraft Hunger Games, okay? Because I'm playing solo. I'm always playing solo Hunger Games. And therefore, I'm not asking for the spider to crawl on my arm and, like, help me out. In the wise words of Bajan Canadian, I'm not teaming. It was gross. I hated it. And I'll admit, I reacted pretty scared. Maybe a bit of a pussy, but I hate them. I hate bugs. And I live out in the middle of the woods, so there's a ton of bugs in my house, and they interrupt my stream all the time. But, like, I can't help it. They're gross, and I hate them. I'm glad to hear you're doing well, Don. It's wonderful to see you. 10 hours of work will do that. Yeah, and it's rough, too, because, like, I work 10 hours, and I also drive an hour to work. So, like, a 10-hour shift is basically 12 hours of my day gone. Because I drive an hour to work 10 hours, and then drive an hour home. So I lose literally half the day for a 10-hour shift. Sometimes more if I'm working overtime. Because my normal shift is 10 hours. I work 4 10-hour shifts a week, so that's how I get my 40 hours in every week. But like, if I'm picking up OT, I'll usually do it at the beginning or the end of a shift. So let's say I pick up 4 hours at the end of a shift. Now I'm working 16 hours. That's not fucking math. Holy shit. Well, I guess technically it is the right math. Oh my god. I'm almost too hard on myself. I'm almost too mean to myself. I went to go correct myself, and I wasn't wrong. No, yeah, so if I pick up 4 hours at the end of my shift, now I'm working 16 hours. Because I have to drive an hour to work 14 hours, drive an hour home. That's 16 hours of my day gone. If that makes sense. Hopefully it makes sense. I don't know why I was so quick to correct myself. I'm like my own biggest critic. Jesus Christ. I got so mad at myself as if I was wrong, and I wasn't wrong. It's different every time for me. But if it's on me, I'm throwing myself on the floor. Yeah, I don't know what it is. But I can, like, sense if a bug is crawling on me with heightened precision. For example, I sleep like a rock. It's really difficult to wake me up. You could be actively breaking into my house and stabbing me in the back. And I probably wouldn't wake up. But the one thing that I will wake up for, often, because again, I live in the woods, there's a ton of bugs. I'll wake up if there's a bug crawling on me. All the time. And I hate it. I hate it so much. It freaks me out. Like, Ugh. Just thinking about it right now, it's making me uncomfortable. Angry. Oh wait, I don't have a water bottle right now. Give me 1 sec. I need to reach back into my stash here. Oh shit, that scared me.
WolfX2paw.
Thank you. Thank you for the sub. I wasn't expecting that. So I literally turned around. So the notification sound is all I heard at first, and it scared me. Yeah, I need to fix my beanie again. It keeps getting off-centered. I used to do 65, 80 hours a week working at the restaurant I lived there? Oh, you mean like... Okay, sorry. I was really confused for a second what you meant when you said you lived there. But you meant it metaphorically. Yeah, when I worked at my last job, working at the amusement park, I would do a lot of crazy work weeks where I was going way over 40 hours a week when I was part-time. Because when I was part-time, I was making less money, so I tried to make up for that by working extra. So I was also doing some crazy, like 65, 80-hour work weeks. But then when I got full-time, I was making more money, and I didn't need to do that anymore. So I could kind of just work my 40 and go home. And if I wanted to get OT, if I wanted a little bit extra cash, I would pick it up when I could, when I needed to. But I didn't always. But no, I remember like the first year I worked at the amusement park, there were a couple weeks during the summertime when the park was open every day. I was working every day. And it resulted in like some crazy shifts and some crazy schedules, and also therefore some crazy paychecks. I mean, the pay wasn't even that good because I was part-time, but it was still better than nothing. It's honestly kind of sad looking back because I was working so much. Like, I would be doing roughly 13 to 14 hour shifts depending on the days. If it was a Monday through, or sorry, Sunday through Thursday, it would be a 13-hour shift. If it was Friday or Saturday, it'd be a 14-hour shift because we were open longer on Fridays and Saturdays. So Sunday through Thursday, I'd be working 13 hours. Friday and Saturday, 14 hours. And I would do that almost every day. Some days, I'd give myself a little bit of a break, and I would only pick up like an 8-hour shift instead of picking up a double. But most days, I would work open to close, and therefore I'd be working a double, that 13 or 14-hour shift. Anyways, the point I'm trying to get at is like I would work a week straight, either doing 8 hours minimum or 13 hours open to close for a week straight. And I was doing that for so little money, like so much less money than what I eventually ended up making when I became full-time at the amusement park, and even less money than what I make right now, that like my paychecks were so pathetic looking back. Like, it's almost, I don't know, it's just kind of sad. Like, why was I doing that to myself? Like, I was working 13, 14-hour shifts for a week straight to make less money than I am right now, working 40 hours. And that's it. Just working 4 10-hour shifts a week. And having 3 entire days off. Like, I was killing myself. And I look back at that with a little bit of regret. At least I liked what I was doing, you know? At least I found the job mostly fun. It also helped that I was, you know, relatively good at what I did, and I found it to be easy. But I think even if you're like enjoying what you do and you're good at what you do, there's still something to be said about pacing yourself, not overworking yourself, and not taking yourself away from the things that matter in your life, like family and friends. Like, I'm glad I didn't fall into that cycle for too long. Like, I'm glad I only worked at the amusement park for a couple years, and I only worked that very, very unhealthy schedule for a couple years. Because if I did that to myself for decades, that would have been decades I was taking myself away from time I could have spent with my wife or time I could have spent with my family, which would have definitely been a regret. I mean, I already kind of regret it because even though I only did that for a couple years, those are a couple years that I was working like 80-hour work weeks when I didn't need to. I probably should not have been. I should have been spending that time with my wife. Like, instead of working 80-hour work weeks for a job that didn't pay me, I should have been going out and finding a better job so I could have more time to spend outside of work and with my wife. Because that's what's actually important to me. That's what actually matters to me. And I think that's a realization that I should have come to sooner, and something that just took me time to come to terms with. You know? It's something you learn with time as you get older and as you mature. And for me, now that I am, I guess, becoming Unk, it's very important that I have as much time as possible to do the things I love and spend time with the people I love. So that's why, like, even at my current job, I could pick up more overtime, but I don't unless I really want the extra spending cash. Because while sure, money's nice and I could pick up an extra shift here or there for some extra cash, what's more important to me is spending time with my wife, or coming home and playing some video games, because I really love streaming and I really love some of the games I've been playing lately because they're just, I don't know, I've been having so much fun playing some of the games we have been playing. Like, that's what's been more important to me lately than working my entire life away. What's more important is doing the things that I actually enjoy, and the things that I'll look back on at the end of my life and be proud of, like content creation, or I've been getting back into writing. I just dropped my wedding ring. No. I just spent all this time talking about my wife, and now I just lost her. I threw it all away. Fuck. I actually don't know where it went. I'll have to find it after this stream. That's so unlucky. I think it rolled like under the desk to the point where I'll have to move the desk if I want to go find it. Which obviously I cannot do right now. So yeah, I don't know. But that's what's I don't know. That's what I've been having a lot of fun doing lately. I just really enjoy like streaming. I enjoy playing like good video games again. I think for a long period of time, I was just like playing the same trash games over and over again. And it's not even that the games were trash. I mean, the games were kind of trash. Wait, why didn't I get this chat message in my... Wait. Dun Dragon typed in my chat, and I didn't see it until now because it never showed up in my multi-chat. Why did they not show up in my multi-stream chat? What the hell? Sorry. Why? When did they type in chat? I wish I could see timestamps. I don't know, man. YouTube chat sucks sometimes. Why do I not see their message in my multi-stream chat? What the heck? Okay, well, sorry, Dun Dun Dragon, if I missed your message. It never showed up in my chat. So, for anyone who's confused what I'm talking about right now, what I mean when I say multi-chat is I have technically 3 chats that you could, chat in right now. I have 3 chats going all at once. I have a Twitch chat, my YouTube horizontal chat, and my YouTube vertical chat, or what it's more commonly known as, more colloquially. I can never say that word properly. I hate myself. I need to go to bed. This is why I need to just find the shiny, bro. Because I can't speak words properly right now. I'm too tired after work. This is why it's always a terrible idea for me to stream after work, because I can never speak properly after work. Give me 1 second. I need to check something on my computer anyways. Okay. Did I? No, bro. Okay, sorry. There's a million things happening right now, and half of them are not going right. Give me 1 moment. Because my chat's glitching out, and now I just accidentally fucked something else up. I'm so annoyed. Give me 1 moment, boys. Okay, I'll fix it. I'll fix it later. Dude, I don't have the mental capacity to fix this right now. Okay. Okay. Anyways. What's up, Kieran? How you doing? Yeah, I don't know. Okay, I don't know why this isn't working, and I don't have the mental capacity to fix it right now, because I'm so tired. So, for some reason, my multi-chat is not working. And if anyone's confused what I mean when I use the word multi-chat, is I technically have 3 chats going right now. I have the Twitch chat, the YouTube horizontal chat, and the YouTube vertical chat, or the YouTube like Shorts chat if you're watching on YouTube Shorts. And all 3 of those chats are supposed to go into one chat, which is my multi-stream chat. But for some reason, the YouTube horizontal stream is not going into my multi-chat. So, I now have my YouTube horizontal chat pulled up on a second monitor. So I'm just going to try to read that chat on one monitor and my multi-stream chat on another monitor. And I apologize because there was someone in my horizontal stream chat who I didn't see, and therefore I didn't respond to because they weren't showing up in my multi-stream chat. And I feel bad because I didn't respond to them, I didn't see them. My sincerest apologies, Dun Dun Dragon. I promise I wasn't ignoring you. I don't know, man. So the one annoying thing about multi-streaming is I feel like there's more opportunity for things to go wrong when I multi-stream. Like, whenever I multi-stream, there's more glitches. But, like, I like multi-streaming. Because I don't know. I like Twitch for the streamer and the streaming, like, I don't know how to explain it. I like Twitch for the streaming kind of accessories you get. But I like YouTube for the viewer experience. I think YouTube is way better for the viewer, but Twitch is way better for, like, the subscriber or the member. Does that make sense? Like, if you're a casual viewer, YouTube's better, But if you're someone who's a sub or a member, someone who wants like extra content, or someone who wants to participate in polls or like sub only things, or you want, like, for example, channel point rewards, which doesn't exist on YouTube. Like, that's where Twitch is better. But for a casual viewing experience, YouTube's way better. So that's why I'm torn. Like, I'm never going to stop multi-streaming. It is what it is. Anyways, I need to catch up with Kieran's messages because I've only read your first one. I got my shiny Charmander 3 weeks ago on Leaf Green, completed the game, and moved on to Soul Silver for a shiny starter. I've reset twice on a shiny Cyndaquil in the last 3 hours. Thankfully, I don't think I've reset on a shiny. At least, I haven't noticed any shinies, and no one in the chat has called me out for resetting on a shiny. So if I have accidentally missed a shiny, the chat missed it too. Not me just casually calling the chat out. Not necessarily calling the chat out. I'm just, you know, I'm basically tying the chat to me. Therefore, if I go down, the chat's going down with me. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think I've reset any shinies. I've done a pretty good job of checking every single screen. So, like, before I do a reset, I'll look at every screen individually. I'll do, like, a quick little eye check. Like a little robot. Doing, like, a 2-factor authentication. See, on the bright side, though, and I only just realized this, at least your messages are showing up in the chat above me, Kieran. I only realized that now. Only looked up there just now. But I have my own chat that I look at on my monitor here, and they're not showing up there, which is why I had to pull your chat messages up on my extra monitor. Anyways, I feel like so many things went wrong all at once there for a brief moment. I fixed most of the problems. We fixed the chat. I was having a brief audio issue for a second. I don't know if it affected the stream. I actually don't think it affected the stream because I don't have that audio source feeding into the stream. But there was an audio source playing that you guys couldn't hear that I could hear, which is why for a moment it probably looked like I was tweaking and you guys could not hear why, because I'm just hearing noises that y'all can't hear. I'm basically going schizophrenic. I was going full schizo. I fixed the audio problems though. The only thing that went wrong in the last like 10 minutes that I have not been able to fix is I dropped my wedding ring. Still don't know where the hell my wedding ring went. I dropped my wedding ring and it has disappeared. It rolled off into the literal abyss. My wedding ring is in the back rooms. Do you not prefer to soft reset rather than turning power on and off? Could save a little time. See, now you're making me question myself. What do you mean soft reset? I don't... Wait. Hold up. I feel like... if you're... I need you to explain. I'm way too tired right now. Have I been doing this the long way this entire time? Like, have I been doing this in a much more time-consuming way? It just resets it to the menu. But does that not reset the shiny odds though? Now how do we do that? Now I want you to know, I'm at a very fragile mental state right now because I just worked a 10-hour shift. So this wouldn't be your fault per se, but I would probably go cry. I'd probably go end the stream and cry. How do we do that? I'm gonna do some. Let's do some Google searching. Let's do some research. I promise I'm not. I'm just reading. I'm just doing some quick research. Um hmm. Okay. It's not that I didn't trust you. I just mostly wanted to, I don't know what I wanted. I wanted to not think about all the time I've wasted for the last 7,600 resets almost. Um so is it the same way on these systems? See, it is kind of difficult to do this a little bit. Not that difficult. It is okay, well actually. Oof. Buddy. Okay. I need to take a moment. Holy shit. I double checked it. Okay. Give me a second. I have too many things going on right now. I feel like I'm being I'm being like, fuck, man. You guys are watching an adult man have a mental breakdown live on stream. Okay. Exac, you're not helping. I literally just went back in the stream and made sure I didn't miss a shiny at 7538. Fuck off. That's fucked that you just said that in the chat. I'm in the middle of a mental breakdown and you told me I missed a shiny. Okay, I didn't miss a shiny. I have been hard resetting this entire time though, which sucks. It resets to the okay, yeah. Okay. You're not wrong though. I double checked it just to make sure. It is the exact same shiny odds. It could be a little awkward because like for some of these, I have to like contort my hands a little bit. This one is a little awkward. This one, we can maybe do it. The Game Boys are really easy to soft reset. It's just the DSs. I kind of gotta get in there, like you're, you know, fingering someone for the first time. You don't really know what you're doing. You don't really know what exactly to do with your hands, but we can figure it out, and that would save time. Oh my god. Okay. Um You know, Kieran, that has helped me tremendously. I I appreciate you. Give me one moment. I'm gonna mute my mic. All right, boys. Let me tell y'all. I don't think I've ever been this close to having a fucking mental breakdown on stream. Because how the fuck, for 7,592 resets, have I been doing this shit the long way? We've been eating this fucking hot dog the long way. It is definitely a little awkward, and I feel like it saves so much time though, especially on the DS systems, because we don't have to go through the boot up system like menu. We don't have to go through that main menu screen of choosing the GBA game instead of a DS game and loading up that GBA game. I don't know whether to laugh or cry. I nicknamed a goddamn Charmander again. I don't know even what to say. This might be one of my lowest moments on stream. And that's saying a lot. And it's conflicting, right? Like, I'm feeling torn. Because I'm thankful, obviously. I'm very thankful for Kieran for telling me this. Because I would have been more upset if I learned this at like 20,000 resets. That would suck even more. But I feel so stupid. And I don't even know how to react. That's genius. Sorry. Listen, I say this in jest. I'm saying this as a joke. I want to say that ahead of time. What the fuck are we listening to, by the way, right now? What is this fucking... Okay. I queued up the soundtrack for Black and White 2, but I wasn't expecting to get, like, this random-ass song. Sorry, that was a very weird song. I had to skip it. Anyways. What I'm about to say is a joke. Okay? No one take this seriously. But I've had a lot of people in my Twitch chat recently ask me for mod or VIP. And I've had a lot of people kind of almost beg me for mod, which is not the way you get mod. The way you get mod is be like fucking Kieran and save me from being a dumbass. Literally be the most helpful person I've ever seen in the goddamn YouTube chat. Usually, all the YouTube chat is good for is making fun of my, like, patchy facial hair and saying 6'7" over and over again. The YouTube chat hates me, except for Kieran. Let's fucking go, Kieran. This is why you want to get YouTube or Twitch mod, you gotta be more like Kieran, alright? That's all I'm saying. Because that last message you just wrote about taping down L and R, is genius. I think I have tape nearby as well. I thought you just preferred to do hard resets. No, Brandon, I only prefer to be hard for you. Not hard in Pokemon. I'm not gross. I do have tape. Oh my god. It's like I come prepared for these moments. Okay. Hence why I never get mod. I crack jokes and look pretty. No, you're VIP, Hollow Man. You're one step there. I remember a time long, long ago when I was modded. You were like one of my first mods, exact. Okay. Hold up. We're gonna tape down these L and R buttons and then test this theory for a sec. Because the soft reset buttons are different. Okay. Not for GBA games. It's gonna be young again. Okay, so now I just want to test this. If I could do start select. Oh wait, are you saying for the GBA games? Wait, I'm confused. I'm rereading this message. If you're soft resetting on a DS Pokemon, it's L and R. Oh, I'm dumb. Sorry, I thought you meant on a DS console. You're just talking about a DS game. You're just letting me know ahead of time, which honestly is helpful because we're going to be playing a DS game next. That's not terrible information because the next game I'm going to be shiny hunting on is a DS game, so I'll keep that in mind. I, however, do not need this tape right now. The tape can go away. Anyways. Back to the shiny hunt. Okay. We're back on the grind. What are the odds for a shiny and how would you know you gotten one? So, the odds are 1 in 8,192. And you'll know that you get one because a little icon appears in the top right corner of your Pokemon's summary box. Now, you'll also know you get one because the color of the Pokemon's different, but it's a little hard to tell with Charmander, which is why, me personally, I just look at the top right corner of the summary box. And I'd also recommend you look for that as well, because with how bad the camera is, you probably wouldn't even be able to tell the color of the Charmander is different. Like, I have a picture of shiny Charmander up on the screen right now. And you probably wouldn't be able to tell between regular and shiny. Hey, what's up, Sam? Wonderful to see you. It's wonderful to see you, my brother. He, in fact, will be crying himself to sleep tonight. Yeah, no, this was a emotionally devastating stream for me. A real come to terms type of moment. But you're right. I no longer have to sleep on the couch. I found my wedding ring. Well, I didn't find it. My wife found it for me. I think I caught up on most of the chat. Okay. Anyways. Purchase... One more tip. Purchase 8,192 Game Boys and games. Then you only need to turn on one each to get a shiny. Super quick. You're so right. God dang it. I just did a hard reset for that one. I mean, it's my muscle memory, though. Can you blame me? My muscle memory literally is to do a hard reset. Okay. Everything's fine. Everything's gonna be fine. Oh my god, dude, something's wrong with me tonight. I don't know what is up with me, but I'm making so many mistakes that are, like, not devastating, you know? It's not, like, actual mistakes, because we've made actual mistakes before. Like, where I turned a game on and turned it off without checking if the Charmander was shiny or not. That's an actual mistake, because we'll never know. We'll literally go the rest of our lives without ever knowing if that Charmander was shiny. Now, there are worse mistakes we can make that, thankfully, we haven't made. For example, we've never actually turned a shiny off. Like, we've never reset with a shiny on our screen. Thankfully. But, still, I've made a lot of little mistakes tonight that aren't egregious, they're just time wasters. Like, I keep accidentally naming Charmanders. I keep accidentally pressing the wrong buttons. And I need to stop wasting time. Especially because, like, all I want to do right now is go to bed. So the fact that I keep pressing the wrong buttons, like, right now... What the fuck am I doing? I'm actually getting mad at myself. Dude. We're an hour into the stream and I've only done 100 resets. I'm gonna fucking end it. Maybe I am having a mental breakdown. You guys are watching a 27-year-old man have, like, a literal mental break. I'm going into psychosis. I'm trying to laugh it off, but something's actually wrong with me right now. What the fuck is happening? Today was the shortest day of the year, yet it feels like the longest day of my life right now. Okay. Here's the thing. I'm nearly begging for a shiny right now, as that's, I think, the only thing that'll break me out of this psychotic episode. I'm starting to fear for my own sanity. My back is also hurting like a bitch, which usually happens during these streams. It doesn't happen during my normal streams, because normally I'm just sitting at my desk facing the camera or facing my monitor. But for these streams, I'm like straddling a tripod that's facing down, and then I have to hunch over 4 consoles. And it's an uncomfortable position to sit in. So, yeah, not a good sign that my back's already given me warning signs of early onset unk And we're 100 resets into the stream. Loving how quick this is now. I am too, honestly. I'm very happy that you taught me how to do this. Because I've definitely done soft resets before on other systems. But for some reason, I've never done it for this for this hunt. I don't know what's wrong with me. Like I said, I just like forgot it was an option for this. I don't know. I really don't know why I just didn't consider it an option. Maybe I'd like gaslit myself into believing that it didn't reset shiny odds, because that was one of the first questions I asked you. So maybe somewhere deep in my dumb little brain, I was worried that like it would mess with the shiny odds. But like, I've definitely soft reset before. Specifically, I think it was back in the day when I was like in high school. But like, it was so long ago, I don't even remember what shiny hunt I was doing then. Because a lot of my older shiny hunts back then were off camera. Like, I did not shiny hunt on camera back then because I didn't think it was like entertaining enough. It was hurting my brain when you were getting through the DS menus. Yeah, I don't blame you. Like, it hurt me because it was so much of a time waste. Compared to this, it was such a time waste. Was today actually the shortest day of the year? I miss your writing streams. I also kind of miss doing writing streams. The problem with writing streams is I felt like I couldn't do them without fear of, like, getting your shit stolen. You know what I mean? Because, like, back in the day, I had no followers. Like, back in the day, I could do writing streams, and literally I had one or none viewers. So the odds of someone stealing my writing was so low. Like, I'm pretty sure I did writing streams and published some of the short stories that I wrote on stream. But nowadays, that shit probably would not fly. Like, if I tried to write a short story on stream, the odds of someone grabbing that shit and posting it online or publishing it before I have the ability to revise it, edit it, and publish it are very likely. Like, it's a very good chance someone publishes that because they stole it from me before I have the opportunity to publish it as the original author. So it's a bit of a bummer I can't really do writing streams anymore. God dang it, I did another hard reset, sorry. We'll slowly work it out of my muscle memory. Listen, I've done almost literally 7,600 resets of hard resets. And after 7,000 hard resets, my muscle memory is... It's kind of used to it. I'm accustomed to it. I gotta get used to soft resetting. Today was the shortest day and will be the longest night. Huh, okay. No wonder I'm so tired, bro. All I can think about is going to bed right now. Have you shiny hunted on Emerald yet? I have not. I've heard it's pretty broken. My battery's dry, so shiny hunting's now pretty much impossible. Emerald's RNG is broken. Yeah. I've heard that it's very buggy. I haven't shiny hunted on my copy of Emerald. The only shiny hunting I've done in Gen 3 is on my copy of Ruby. To very little success, actually. Ruby is one of those games I actually have the least luck when it comes to shiny hunting in. And that's one of those games that I've shiny hunted in off camera the most. A lot of those shiny hunts were like off camera back in high school. And I just got nowhere. Like, what am I doing? I'm getting out of sync, sorry. One of the shiny hunts I did in Ruby growing up. And again, I'm talking like back when I was still in high school. Was, I did an Absol shiny hunt. And I just hatched like a ton of Absol eggs from the daycare. But, did not get any luck with that. Remember my Ruby copy had a shiny Starly that I never knew about until I learned what shinies were 10 years later. Wait, what do you mean shiny Starly? Because Starly's Gen 4. You mean like Star Me? I used to wonder why little stars popped out when I set it out. Not Starly. Oh, dang it. Swellow. Oh, wait, that's actually... I kind of love Swellow. I think Swellow is underrated. Now, I'm not trying to say it's the best bird Pokemon of all time. Okay. It's not that good. I'm not trying to gas it up that much. Not trying to hype it up. But I think it's underrated. So many people talk shit on Swellow. I actually really like Swellow. Thinking about buying a free write? What do you mean buying a free write? Steel Wing on Swellow was amazing for the Elite Four. It's so funny you say that because I had a Swellow in my original party on Pokemon Ruby. And I've said this a lot on stream, so apologies, but I'm saying it again. But Ruby was my first ever Pokemon game. And therefore, my first ever party of 6 that I ever owned, the first party I ever beat a Pokemon game with, had a Swellow in it. And, yeah, that Swellow had Steel Wing. I had Swampert, I had Swellow, Ninetales, Absol, Groudon, and I always forget if the 5th was Flygon or Metagross, because I had both of them, but I swapped one of them out with Groudon when I caught Groudon. And I always forget which one I swapped it out with. Which one stayed in the party and which one got swapped out with Groudon. I could always go back and look. The copy of my Pokemon Ruby is literally sitting on my dresser over there. But I'm too lazy to get up. I don't really feel like getting up right now. Okay, I'm skipping these songs. What the... Don't feel like listening to this. That was my first game too? Hey, brother, see, listen. I can relate. Listen, I think that's such a great, like, first Pokemon game to play. It's so good. I don't care if I'm biased. I don't care if, you know, maybe I give too much leeway to the Hoenn region. Like, it's so good. Hey, what's up, Drac? Nice to see you, brother. Freeride Traveler, a lightweight and portable typewriter with e-ink, digital screen with distraction-free drafting, word processor with Wi-Fi cloud sync. You just copy and paste like the Amazon description. It's a long-ass title, brother. It does seem kind of cool, though. Hi, Abby. What's up? Yo, I'm still waiting on my keycaps to come in the mail. Speaking of, I'm supposed to stream Christmas night, and my Christmas evening stream was supposed to be me building one of my own presents. I was gonna build an all wooden keyboard. You know, put the pieces together, build this really cool wooden keyboard. I was really excited for it. It's gonna be my new like typing keyboard. And the keycaps have still yet to arrive in the mail. On the bright side though, last time I streamed, I made a lot of jokes about how the keycaps were stuck in New Jersey. They were trapped in the purgatory that is New Jersey. And they were stuck in New Jersey. They were stuck in New Jersey for about 8 days. But I'm happy to announce they're no longer trapped in Jersey. They got shipped out of New Jersey, and they're in the state of Pennsylvania, the state I live in. But they somehow got further away. They're in Pittsburgh now. I live closer to Jersey than I live to Pittsburgh. So they shipped them from Jersey past me into Pittsburgh. They literally went past me to get to Pittsburgh. So I'm so fucking confused what's going on. At this point, I'm convinced that I'm not getting my wooden keycaps by Christmas Day, which is a bummer. Yes, Abby. Give me 1 second, babes. One moment. Sorry about that. We were debating what we're cooking for dinner tomorrow. It will be grilled cheese, by the way, if anyone wants a grilled cheese. That's what's for dinner tomorrow. Anyways, what did I miss in the chat while we were talking about grilled cheese? Oh. I had a Fire Red with brand new GBA and lost it when I went on a trip. One of my biggest childhood regrets. You know, it's not funny that you mentioned losing a copy of Fire Red. That's very sad. But one of the topics in our last stream was everyone sharing stories about them losing copies of video games or having their copies of video games stolen. Like, I had a couple of my video games growing up stolen from me. And it's just heartbreaking. Like, I never lost a video game in my entire life. I'm very, very, like, anal, almost OCD about, like, keeping track of things, being organized. And yet, I have these grubby little gremlins that come into my life and steal shit from me. Thankfully, it doesn't happen anymore because I'm an adult and I have adult friends. But when I was a child, I had child friends, and those children were little demons, and they stole video games from me, and I hate them. Anyways. I'm glad you got to eventually play the Kanto region again, though. Because as much as I think the Kanto region is divisive, like, it's almost created like a... I can't think of a better word other than a divide, which is a very similar word to divisive. Like, it's almost redundant to say that. But the Kanto region has created a divide within Pokemon fans, where some Pokemon fans, like the older fans, the veterans, if you want to call them that, they think the Kanto region is the greatest region ever. It's the OG. And then other fans think it's the worst, because it's so basic and it's vanilla. I kind of find myself in the middle. Hi, Bunny Ho. Wonderful to see ya. I kind of find myself in the middle, where I actually really appreciate Kanto for what it is, and I think everyone should have played the original games because they have a cute charm to them. It's nostalgic for sure, but not much of a post-game story. Yeah, no, that's true. Though, Fire and Leaf Green at least add a bit of a post-game, which I appreciate. So I'm glad you got to play it. Still Silver and Heart Gold are easily the best games, and you know what? I can fully agree with you there. They are tied for my best games ever. Hey, congrats on the shiny Kecleon on track. I made Sloppy Joes for 2 weeks in a row? Listen, dog, I love a good Sloppy Joe, but 2 weeks in a row, I don't know if I could do. I don't even know if I could eat any meal 2 weeks in a row. Like, I like a little bit of variety in my life. Even like my favorite meal, like, give me some lobster, shrimp, and scallops and I'll get bored of it by 2 weeks. I got a grilled cheese for you, brother Brandon, don't you worry. Is Crossworlds main? Are you asking about Sonic Crossworlds? I really hope you're talking about Listen, my special interest right now is Sonic Crossworlds. I will talk about Sonic Crossworlds for the rest of the stream. I fucking love Sonic Crossworlds. That game is so good. I'm a Creeper main in that game. Love playing as the Creeper from Minecraft. I play as the Creeper from Minecraft in the Krabby Patty cart. And what else would you want in life? That's all you need in life. That's all I need to be happy in my life. Who the fuck do you main? The Creeper from Minecraft. That's who I main. I'm the Creeper. And what about it? Kettle? Why'd you change your name, Kettle? What if there was no Creeper? Okay, then... So are you basically asking me to pick someone from the main cast? Because, like, most of my top 5 choices would be DLC characters. I'm not gonna lie, I love the DLCs. Like, they're adding characters from Avatar: The Last Airbender. That's easily gonna be my new main. Where's the XCX? Okay, I barely changed my name. You completely removed the government name. I still have at least my government first. I just changed the last. You went from Kettle to Bella. I don't know what Bella. I had to run. I'm actually mad as fuck you're no longer an XCX, Curly. Listen, she was ruining my branding. She was ruining my SEO. Love her to death. But no one was going to be able to find me anymore. You type that in, And she pops up first on like the first 10 Google search bars. The first 10 Google search tabs. I can't have her ruining my SEO. God damn it, I just fucking turned the system off. Oh, I meant to reset. Okay, coming from you, Kettle, that's funny. You changed your name 3 times already? What are you talking about? Okay, that's unfair though, because the first like 3 times I changed my name were all in like 2015, 2016, 2017. I've only changed my name 1 time in the last 8 years. I don't think the other times count because I was in high school. Expecting a high schooler not to change their name online is like expecting an emo kid not to cut themselves. And I can say that as a reformed emo, okay? Reformed. Coming from me? What does all that mean? I don't think I need to finish that sentence. We can read between the lines. Also, I don't know why I raised my arm as if that's where the scars were. They're on my thighs. That's why I don't wear shorts. Anyways, let's get the vibes back up in the stream. I feel like the vibes are getting a little low. Let's get the stream back to a nice, positive, fun, and funky kind of vibe. Fuck me. Okay, shit. I need to reset mentally. I think I need a bit of a mental reset. I can't. I'm too silly. Okay. Honestly, that's what I needed to tell me. That's going to be one of my new daily affirmations. I wake up in the morning, driving my hour-long dumbass drive to work. I see the nearest oak tree and just think about wrapping my car around it. Just driving face first into the tree. And instead I think about my daily affirmation. I can't. I'm too silly. And that prevents me from killing myself by driving face first into the tree. Thoughts on Azumarill? I actually love Azumarill. And I really like Azumarill Shiny. I've tried... No, yeah, we have tried shiny hunting for Azumarill before, but I didn't find it. It was back in Sword and Shield during a, like, den raid. But I didn't find it. I was kind of sad about that one. They removed the government of the United States. Let's go. Azumarill would Kerm stop the fuck out of Pikachu. I agree with that. Listen, I've kind of always been a Pikachu hater. Overhyped. Soft. Pretty boy. Also, I don't think I ever answered your question of who my main would be on Crossworlds if it wasn't a DLC character. I don't know if this counts as a DLC character, actually. This is a Sonic character, but I think it does count as DLC. It would be 9. Does 9 count as a DLC character? Because it's a Sonic character, but they released him in, like, the first update. I don't know if that was a DLC update or not, though. I don't know if Ninetales was a DLC character. But yeah, the version of Tails where he has 9 tails. That would be my Crossworlds main if I had to pick someone that wasn't DLC. It still might be DLC, so maybe it's a terrible answer. I don't know. Could very easily be a terrible answer. Mega Raichu Y is just Pikachu? Maybe he's just cosplaying. Maybe his Mega is being a fursona of Pikachu. Yeah. 1 second. I feel like I missed important chat messages. I haven't played any games past Black and White 2. I couldn't come to terms. They started making 3D games and changed the whole dynamics. The whole 2D setup was what made Pokemon. Now the Switch games look dreadful. I kind of agree, Kieran. I don't love some of the graphics in the newer games. And I'm not the type of person where I think, like, I would call myself a purist. Like, I'm not saying the games have to stay 2D, but when they're making 3D games on the Switch 2 that look worse than some PlayStation 1 games, I get upset. Like, the Switch 2 game that just came out, Legends ZA, I like the game. I think some of the characters are really cool. I think some of the chapters and the storylines they use were very entertaining, but the graphics look worse than most modern games. It looks like they're made out of Play-Doh and PS1 graphics. And I hate it. I really hate it. Anyways. Why be Windows XP when you can be angelic, bratty XCX? In all reality, part of the reason I changed that name is because no one fucking knew Roman numerals. Like, I felt so dumb and so silly trying to explain it. And it made me feel like I had made a bad decision choosing a name with Roman numerals. Also, I kept the I in my name. You know where my soul is. Okay, that... Literally, if Bunnyo didn't tell me you were Kettle, I would have never known you were Kettle. Just because you have the I at the beginning of your name, I feel like that is not enough of a signifier. Like, you could be iCarly, for all I know. I would probably assume you were literally iCarly before Kettle. iKettle. Like, and that's no disrespect to you. Okay? I just, you know, I think I have more memories of Harley, Sam, and Freddy. Even that little freak Gibby. They just pop in my mind first. Well, iCarly is the reference, so okay. Well, then I'm glad. If anything, that actually makes me happy. Gibby be doing some weird shit nowadays. I checked out that man's YouTube channel a year or two back. He's on some weird shit. I don't really understand it. Hey, thank you for the follow. Okay. I don't really know how many... I don't really know how many resets we're gonna do tonight, because we're at 7,700. And I honestly just kind of want to go to sleep. Wait, that Froakie emote is amazing. Ender Charizard was such a middle school username. You're not wrong. because I literally made that username in middle school. Ender Charizard was quite literally my middle school username. I think I created that username. What was like the first online game I would have made that for? Like the first online game I would have played that required me to make a username. It might have been Minecraft Pocket Edition. I think, yeah, it was Minecraft Pocket Edition. Sleep already? Listen. I worked today, and whenever I come home from work, all I can think about is sleep. It's my fault, though. It's my fault for scheduling a stream after I worked. I always say that I should stop doing that. Like, every time I make my stream schedule, I usually make my stream schedule on stream. And I'll be making my stream schedule, and I'll be like, you know, maybe we'll stream on Sunday when I get home from work. And I'll say to myself, like, no, I shouldn't do that. I won't want to do that. I'll come home from work and want to kill myself instead. But then I'll think to myself, like, oh, if I don't stream one day after work, then I'm only streaming like 2 days this week. Which is true. Like, I work so much that if I don't stream any of my work days, I'm only streaming like 2 days. So I try to force myself to stream after work. And then the day finally rolls around, and it happens to be today, and I come home from work, and sure enough, all I want to do is get Taco Bell, come home, and pass out. Now, at least I purposely picked today, because my wife is busy. She's doing stuff tonight. She's working on, like, projects for her job. So, like, I don't feel bad streaming. You know what I mean? Like, if I could be spending time with my wife instead, the stream would have already been ended. But because I can't spend time with my wife right now, I'll play a little bit of Pokemon. But my next best option is going and passing the fuck out. I want to sleep. But I also really want the shiny, so I'm torn. You know, I'm a little indecisive. Putting sleep over your viewers? Listen, I think that's an unfair statement, considering I'm literally streaming on Christmas Day. I'm putting Christmas with my family behind y'all. I'm putting the viewers over Santa Claus and family. Christmas with viewers is above that. And we're gonna have a great Christmas stream. I still don't know exactly what we're gonna do yet, because I'm a little worried my Christmas present isn't gonna deliver on time. It might not get here on time, and therefore my plan for the stream might be ruined. But that's okay. We'll come up with a backup plan. It's 2 a.m. here in Sweden, so I should agree with you. Stick the kettle on Bunny Ho? How do you... I don't even know if I can... Like, are you trying to get me to pit them against each other? How do you do that? The entire time I've known them, they're, like, inseparable. You know, they're like peanut butter and jelly. Like, Diddy and baby oil. You can't put them against each other. Drink some beers with me. Yeah, that's what we'll do for the Christmas stream. Honestly, if my Christmas present doesn't get delivered to my house on time, and my entire plan for the stream gets ruined, it might just turn into a drinking stream. I might just get drunk out of pure sadness. Thoughts on Wizards 101? I'll be honest, of all the, like, childhood nostalgia games, that's probably the one I played the least. Gay Fad Toontown Outslayed. No, I played a ton of Webkins. I played a lot of Pop Tropica. I more than both of those, I played Club Penguin the most. I fuck with Club Penguin so much. Also, to quickly, you've asked the question now twice, and I keep forgetting to answer it. The 99 name, Exact, was just a name for my, like, very short-lived first-person shooter YouTube channel. And it was a very dumb, not very dumb name, but it was just, like, trying to come up with a short, like, I don't know, play on words type of name. Like, because, like, I don't know, I feel like a lot of people who played shooter games back in the day, their names were almost like little kind of succinct. I can't think of the word I'm trying to use here. Apologies. Almost like gamer tags. Like, they were esports competitive versions of gamer tags. It was basically supposed to be a gamer tag, but it was only for my very short-lived YouTube channel. That game, that gamer tag died off very quickly, and as did that channel. That channel died off very quickly. Anyways, you're saying you loved Toontown? I didn't really play Toontown. I don't think I had a Toontown account. Nor did I play Wizards 101. Get on Club Penguin Journey Mafia stat. Did you ever play the Mystery Dungeon games? I do love the Pokemon Mystery Dungeon games. Mystery Dungeon Explorers of Sky might be, like, one of my favorite... I don't even want to say Pokemon side games, because that relegates it to almost a B plot or a background character. When that game is so good, it shouldn't be talked about in a dismissive way like that. Like, Pokemon Explorers of Sky has one of the best Pokemon stories I've ever played. It's phenomenal. I love that game. I don't know. I have so many just, like, overwhelming emotions associated with that game. Thoughts on Movie Star Planet? I'll be so honest. Are you asking? Okay. I could be wrong about what you're asking, but are you asking about the Pop Tropica world called Movie Star Planet, or asking about something different? Hey, what's up, Alexis? How you doing? Because if you're asking about the Pop Tropica world, I wasn't the biggest fan. But you could be asking about something different. However, I know we were just talking about Pop Tropica. Okay. You finally got your Charmander? Oh, congrats. How many resets did it take you, if you were keeping track? I don't remember if you were. Sorry, you'd get so many viewers hosted Mafia Club Penguin. I'll be honest. I've considered doing Club Penguin streams because I've played it so much in the past when I was a kid that it would be nostalgic for me. Because I've played Webkins on stream. Like, I did a nostalgic Webkins stream once just because I thought it would be funny. And it was very funny. It was very nostalgic. But I've never gone back and played Club Penguin. And I should. I only played Red Rescue and Explorers of Time, but they were so damn addictive. Well, you know, Explorers of Time is very, very similar to Explorers of Sky. Like, if you've played Explorers of Time or Explorers of Darkness, you kind of can get a gist for what Explorers of Sky is like. Explorers of Sky is just like those two games, but more. It's like the equivalent of playing Pokemon Ruby or Pokemon Sapphire, but not playing Pokemon Emerald. Like, sure, playing Pokemon Emerald is a benefit to the amount of lore and gameplay you get, but it's not mandatory. You know what I mean? So, if you've played Explorers of Time, I could similarly say that you've played one of the best, like, mystery dungeon or dungeon crawler type of video games ever. Like, I think Explorers of Time, Explorers of Darkness, and Explorers of Sky are one of the best dungeon games out there. It's insane how good those games are. Pokemon being able to talk enough character development was very satisfying. I agree, and I think Explorers of Time, Darkness, and Sky did it the best. I didn't count, so I don't know, but more than 20 hours. Yeah, that sounds about right, Alexis. I mean, I know we're a bit over 20 hours right now, so we're hopefully coming up to our shiny here soon. Definitely go Club Penguin Journey. That's the best server for nostalgia. Okay, I'll have to look into it. See, part of the reason I played Webkins on stream, but I haven't played Club Penguin, is because I actually was able to log back into my original Webkins account with all of my old Webkins, all of my original like items, and there was just something about that was so nostalgic for me. And the fact that it still exists, like the original Webkins servers are still up, is crazy to me. I'm shocked by that. I really cannot believe that. But it was very cool logging back in. This was like maybe 2 years ago now. Maybe longer. Pop Tropica stream when? I don't know if I would play Pop Tropica again though, because they kind of ruined the game. I'd have to play like a fan version of the game or an older version of the game, because the current version of Pop Tropica, the official version of Pop Tropica, it low-key sucks. Because they got rid of a lot of the original islands, and much of the game right now is just like, it's just paid for cosmetics, which obviously, like, you know, a lot of games you have to pay for cosmetics. I mean, that's literally the Fortnite business model. But what annoys me about Pop Tropica is not only to pay for cosmetics, but like a lot of the game is just covered in like billboards and advertisements everywhere. I don't know. It just feels like, feels financially gross to play that game nowadays. And the controls, like, I tried playing it again a year or two ago off stream, because I was showing my wife actually the game. She surprisingly had never played Pop Tropica, so I tried showing her what Pop Tropica was, and I was just showing her off camera, playing the game in my free time, and the controls, I forgot just how bad they were, and I guess I had accepted them back when I was younger, because like, what other option did I have? Like, when we were kids growing up, if a game had shitty controls, like, you didn't have much choice, you know? It's not like you could stop playing Pop Tropica and go play the other option. Like, I can't think of a funny name. Not Tropica. Like there wasn't other options like there are nowadays. But yeah, those controls suck. And that game is really unfun to play sometimes, especially during certain boss fights, because of how bad the controls are. Oh shoot, I never grabbed the Charmander. That's annoying. What is OSRS? Old school RuneScape? I'll be 100% honest with you, probably never. I think I lucked out. And by lucked out, I mean, I think I got lucky growing up, where I put maybe 10 hours, 20 hours maximum into RuneScape, and that's it. And I call that lucky because the unlucky version of that story, the opposite side of that story, is me getting addicted to RuneScape and putting 2,000 hours into the game. 20,000 hours into the game. Which, like, I'd rather not. Like I was saying earlier in the stream, I like having time to spend with my wife. Yeah, no. Most MMOs I try to avoid because they're just too much of a time sink. And I already have such little time to begin with that I can't justify, like, taking away time from my wife to go level up, like, wood cutting in RuneScape. RuneScape over women. Everyone knows this. God dang it, did I just hard reset it? Whatever, who cares? It's gonna take me a minute to get that muscle memory down. You should get the MRs to soft reset on a couple of copies to boost the odds. What do you mean? The what? The MRs. You should get them. Oh. Dude. I literally thought you were speaking like more like Pokemon slang. Like wife for Americans. Yeah, maybe the female touch is what I need in order to get my shiny luck. Because clearly it's not working for me. We've done this 7,700 times and nothing's working. If she comes back in, I'll have her soft reset a couple times for me. You know, honestly, that's what I should do. I should hire her to reset for me. She should just stream for me. You know how, like, other streamers, I'm talking, like, popular streamers who do this for a living. You know how, like, when they do a 24-hour live stream or they do a marathon stream, they'll hire people to keep the stream entertained while they sleep, or they'll like pay their moderators to keep the stream entertained while they sleep and talk or play a game while they sleep. Did I say streep? I need to go to streep. Jesus fucking Christ. Was that a dog I just heard? Yeah. He's a bit of an angry guy. It's my wife's dog. She got him before I knew her, and he's a little bit of an angry guy. I'm slowly getting him into, what's the word I'm looking for? Into shape. I'm molding him to be the perfect boy. No, not Bowser. Bowser was my dog back when I lived by myself. But then when I moved in with my wife, I gave Bowser to my parents because my wife's dog is not very nice and does not like other dogs. So, I gave Bowser to my parents because my parents had like 3 other dogs who were very, very nice, and Bowser actually really liked them. So, I'll tell you a little story here real quick. I should probably keep playing the game while I tell a story. Sometimes I'm not very good at multitasking. I like telling stories and not playing the game. I should probably do both. So Bowser, my old dog that I got when I was living on my own, I would take him home to my parents, and he would be so happy. He would go and play with their 3 dogs and run around in their giant yard. And he was a very, like, excitable dog. He was very, very good. I almost never had any problems with him. Training him was very easy. It made my life very easy, and it was almost a blessing, because, like, he was such a good puppy, and he's such a good dog to train. One of the only things he struggled with was jumping. He would jump up on you a lot, because he was so excited, and he wanted to, like, lick your face, so he would jump up, put his paws, like, on your chest, so he could lick your face. That way he got, like, the leverage, he could get up, get the height on you. And when I took him to my parents' house, he would get even more excited because he was having fun playing with, like, the 3 dogs my parents had. And then when I would bring him home to my apartment, he would be so sad. For, like, the next couple days home, he would be the most depressed version of himself. And we would sometimes joke that depressed Bowser was best Bowser, which kind of fucked up to say, but we would joke that depressed Bowser is best Bowser because he wouldn't jump up on you. But no, he definitely enjoyed being around other dogs. So when I was moving out of my apartment and moving in with my wife, because she had a dog that didn't like other dogs, and my parents had 3 dogs that did like other dogs, and they got along very well with Bowser, and Bowser got along very well with them, we decided to have Bowser move in with my parents, just so he could continue living with those dogs and being happy with those dogs. But yeah. The dog here in the background is not Bowser. He's a little corgi. I would show you to him, but what? I can't speak right now. Maybe I should go to bed. Holy shit. I would show him to you, but he's not actually here right now. He's all the way in the living room. The noise just travels very well in this house. But maybe if he comes back to the bedroom, I'll show you the dog. Do you visit Bowser? Oh yeah, of course. I mean, I visit my parents at least, like, once every couple months. Sometimes more than that, usually, like, once a month. I see Bowser all the time. I just posted on my personal Instagram for, like, the first time in, well, literally a year. First time since the wedding. And it was a collection of posts of Bowser. But no, I've got a lot of funny Bowser pictures. He's a weird guy. My family recently got a cat, and the cat and Bowser will literally play fight with each other as if they're both dogs. Like, it's really weird watching this cat, like, fight with Bowser like it's a dog. Okay. Hey, y'all gotta go. Football's on. Hey, no worries. I honestly might end the stream a little early tonight. I mean, early. We have already been streaming for 2 hours. I usually only shiny hunt for about 2-3 hours, but we'll see. What I'm trying to say is I wanted to do like 500 resets tonight. I think we're not going to hit that quota because I'm so fucking tired. I am literally like just begging for the shiny because then we can go to sleep. And I don't have to worry about anything else. Yeah, I don't know. I think... Well, here's the problem. I don't know, I'm torn. We'll keep going. I don't know what number I want to end on. Maybe I don't shoot for a specific number. We'll just keep going until I genuinely run out of steam. See, the reason I was torn, quote unquote, I didn't know what I wanted to do, is because part of me wants to end the stream at 7,800, but that's like too soon. 7,800's in like 5 minutes. But then the next even number would be 7,900, and that's almost like too far away. I don't know if I'd be able to stay awake for 7,900 resets. Maybe we'll just keep going though until I run out of steam. It doesn't have to be an even number. But yeah, I'm very excited though. Next time we stream is going to be Christmas Day. And regardless of whether or not I'm able to do what I want, which is build my keyboard, my all wooden keyboard on stream, which is plan A. Like, I want to build my own Christmas present and build this all wooden keyboard, put it together on stream. Or if I can't do that and I have to like come up with a plan B, whichever stream we end up doing, I'm excited because I've never done a Christmas stream before. Literally. Never streamed on Christmas, so it's going to be something new, something I've, never done, and I think, that in and of itself is exciting. I'm also just looking forward to kind of hanging out and talking to people on Christmas. Should be a fun vibe. Some very intense music in the background, yeah. Like, it's almost waking me up. Dude, okay, something's wrong with me. I keep failing to select the Charmander on this Game Boy. Not helping pick up the efficiency. Something is wrong with me today. Alright. I need to, like, lock in. I feel like maybe if I speedrun these, last 100 resets or so, maybe I don't need to end the stream early. If I just lock in, we'll be fine. Who is honking right now, bro? Someone's just driving down my street honking. Like, it's not Christmas morning. Santa's not here. What are we doing? Did anyone have that as like a tradition in the neighborhood they grew up in? Because like back when I still lived with my parents, they would have Santa drive around Christmas Eve, specifically, the night before Christmas, on a fire truck, blaring its horn, just honking as it drove down the street. And Santa would be in the back of the fire truck waving at everyone. As it drove down the street, Santa would just be waving. So, like, as a kid, I always associated people driving down the street and honking as a positive thing. But, like, now that I'm an adult, I realize it might not always be that way. Might not always have that connotation. I don't know. Alright, we're at 7,800 officially. Taking a quick break just to ponder, just to think about what I want to do. How many resets do I want to do tonight? How tired am I? Let's just think to ourselves for a second. Alright, let's keep going. I've decided we shall keep going. Just because, purely off ignorance, I have confidence that somehow we'll get the shiny. I'm glad I kept going, dude. This music is hype. It's reinvigorated me. Sometimes all you need is some good battle music. Need some Gen 3 trumpets. You're not wrong. Those trumpets always get the blood flowing. Especially that rival battle music. That'll get your heart beating. Oh my god. I feel like I'm riding in the back of an ambulance and the ambulance is taking me straight to purgatory right now. Ready to fight for my life. This beat is insane. And the fact that they made this on a DS is even more insane. Like, oh my god. Okay. I'm gonna get emotionally broken again for the second time tonight. If for some reason this Game Boy keeps glitching out, I don't know if it's glitching out, it's probably just me. But it's not picking the Charmander up. I don't know if I'm pressing the wrong button, or if I'm not pressing the button hard enough, or what is going on, but it's wasting so much of my time, which is annoying me. Because I want to keep streaming. I want to get this shiny, even if it's coming at the expense of my sleep schedule. Like, I should be asleep right now, but I want to keep streaming. This Game Boy is going to actually fucking piss me off. Maybe I swap them out. Maybe it's the way I'm pressing the button, or maybe it's where I'm putting my hands. Like, maybe I'm doing something wrong with where I'm pressing the button or how I'm pressing the button, so it's not pressing it properly. So we're swapping them out, and hopefully that fixes it. Because I cannot keep wasting my time and making this mistake over and over and over again. I'm just too impatient. Like, holy shit. It's gonna keep pissing me off because I'm impatient. I really could go for like a nice frappuccino right now, which I know sounds crazy considering it's wintertime, but it's honestly kind of warm out today. Like, it got up to the 50s today. I was driving to work and I turned the heat off. It was way too warm. I just got a shiny Chikorita and I need to decide whether to soft reset. I wouldn't. I mean, getting a shiny is so rare on these older games. I wouldn't pass up the odds of finding one. Personally. I wouldn't really be satisfied. I mean, if you got a shiny Chikorita last time, I get that. I don't know, you're asking someone who's very biased right now. I'm going to give you a very, very biased answer because I'm having a lot of bad luck right now. So I would take any shiny right now. Hell, I'd take that shiny Chikorita. Pass it over here, brother. The suckiest starter. Moveset is terrible. And, you know, I don't disagree with you. It honestly breaks my heart that you're correct. Because I love Chikorita. I love Bayleaf even more. I think Bayleaf is one of the coolest middle evolutions ever. Now, Magnium, on the other hand, Magnium, it looks kind of bad. It looks kind of boring. I can admit that. But I think Bayleaf is so cool. And it makes me so sad that they all stuck. Oh, man. Yeah, we're definitely not going to make it to my prediction tonight. So my prediction for when I thought we were going to get the shiny was 8008. I don't even think I'll make it to 8,000 tonight with how tired I am. So Unless we find the shiny between right now and when we end the stream, my prediction's gonna have to wait until the next stream. Once again, that prediction being 8008 or boob. Because I'm a mature adult who's married to a real life adult woman. Believe it or not. I'm gonna take it, play for 5 minutes, and then send it over to Diamond, and then carry on resetting for Totodile. Fair enough, brother. I respect that. And you know, I actually really respect that. Sticking to your guns. If it were me right now, and I say, like, accidentally grabbed a Squirtle, don't know how that would happen, but let's just say, hypothetically, I accidentally grabbed a Squirtle right now, and it was shiny, I would take it. Instead of a shiny Charmander. Because I'm just getting so desperate. I think I'll have enough energy to get to 7,900 resets tonight, and then we'll stop for the evening. We'll take a break at 7,900. Which means in the next stream, not only will we get to my prediction of 8008, but that also means in the next stream, I'm definitely going to get to odds. We will hit odds. We'll break even with the odds. Just to repeat, those odds are 8,192. Yeah, we'll definitely hit that in the next stream. So we'll see. We'll find out if we get the shiny above odds or below odds. I have a feeling at the rate we're going, it's not going to be below. I wonder if there's a business in this. Hear me out. Okay, where are you going with this? I'm curious. I'm waiting patiently. I'm actually very curious what you're going to say next in the chat. Oh shoot, I just nicknamed these Charmanders. I did not mean to. People could send out their copy of whatever game, tell me the shiny they want, and I soft reset until I get it. Send it back and charge a set price for the service. I think that could work. The only thing that would maybe suck for like you as the shiny hunter is you probably wouldn't be able to charge per like a reset total. Because it would be too easy for people to lie about that. Like, you'd basically be able to charge per odds. Like, if the game you're resetting in, the odds are 1 in 8,000, that would make it worth more. Or if the game you're resetting in, the odds are 1 in 400, that would make it worth less. But if it takes you 20,000 resets to get something, they're still only paying for 1 in 8,000 odds, or 1 in 400 odds. Almost like buyer's insurance. would suck for you as a shiny hunter, but it would make it a much more like fair and consistent practice. I think that would be an interesting idea. I don't know. I don't know. It's interesting. I don't know how much of a market there would be for it. I mean, in this hypothetical, I think it'd be very funny. And I think people would actually do it. I think practically, I think shiny hunters are too stubborn to use it. Because I think most shiny hunters are such masochists, they enjoy the pain of shiny hunting themselves. Almost like a punishment for themselves. Yeah, I don't know how much I would pay for a shiny. I think it really depends on the odds. Because, like, if we're talking 1 in 400, I don't think I'd pay more than $10 for that. But 1 in 8,000? That'd be worth a lot more. Say 40, $50 for 1 in 8,092. I can see that being fair, yeah. Maybe more for legendaries, yeah. Like anything that has a long reset timer, you know? Like this reset sucks because you got to talk to Gary, Professor Oak, and go through this long cutscene. Like that would probably cost more than just soft resetting like a Snorlax that you can quickly reset and wake up with the flute. Trying to use this like hype music to keep me awake. Just bopping my head back and forth. We're almost there. Almost there. Oh, dang it. Reset, please. There's also the risk of not catching. Legendary could knock itself out like Rayquaza. True. I feel like for legendaries, the players should be prepared. Like, if they're sending a game to you, they should have Master Balls and things like that at the ready. Let's get it. We got 6 resets left, and then I'm gonna go pass the fuck out. We are gonna go to bed. I'm gonna try all this. I wish you luck. You know, I think it's a very unique idea. It almost reminds me, it's kind of nostalgic in a way. It reminds me of like people in my middle school and high school who would level up RuneScape accounts for other people in my school, and they would charge a fee for it. I'll be heading off at the same time, but nice chat. No, I totally agree. Very nice chatting. And I mean that sincerely, even though you caused me an emotional breakdown. But in a good way. Because you were helpful and prevented me from wasting more time in the future. You might have been the reason for a breakdown. The first real emotional breakdown I've had as an adult in my adult life. But I'm glad moving forward for the rest of this shiny hunt and any other shiny hunt I do, I'll know how to soft reset. It's almost embarrassing to admit, honestly. I think that's what hurts the most. It's just embarrassing. No, definitely fun talking. Had a good time chatting. Pressing the wrong button, that's awkward. Professor Oak asked me if I wanted to choose Charmander as my starter, and I just immediately said no. Alright, we have 3 resets left. What are the odds we get a shiny right at the end of the stream? I say this every stream, and it never happens. But I say it every stream because I think it would be so fun to get it. And I kind of want to try and jinx it. Might as well try and, like, jinx it. You don't want Charmanders as your starter. You want shiny Charmanders as your starter. You know what? You're so right, Drac. And maybe it's my fault that I haven't gotten a shiny yet, because every time Professor Oak asks me if I want Charmander as my starter, I say yes, when I should be having him ask me and waiting for him to ask me if I want shiny Charmander. I should be saying no to the regular Charmander and saying yes to the shiny Charmander. Just out of curiosity, you set your text-to-speech on fast. Let's check after this one. I'm pretty sure I did, but now you have me double guessing everything I've ever done in my life. I'm pretty sure I have text speed on fast, but you really have me double guessing everything in my life. Fast, fast. Fast, fast. Alright, they're all in fast. Good. I thought so. I at least did that correctly. I can do one thing right. Usually. At least one thing. Alright, and that leads us into our last reset of the night, and then we're hitting 7,900 and going to bed. And you know, if we can get a shiny on the last reset, I don't even think I'll be able to sleep. I'll be so happy I'll stay up all night. Let's see. It would go crazy. This would be the craziest moment of my life. It's only ever happened to me once before in my history shiny hunting. Only once have I gotten a shiny on the last reset of the night. And it's going to stay that way. Because it did not happen again. And that's okay. 7,900. We'll update it on the screen as well. And I will see you all in 3 days, 4 days, whenever Christmas is. Because the next time we're streaming will be Christmas Day, Christmas night specifically. Yeah, I'll see y'all Christmas night. I'm very excited. It's the first time ever in my 10 years live streaming that I'm streaming on Christmas, so that's kind of exciting. Something new for me, and I'm looking forward to it. But in the meantime, have a wonderful evening. Stay safe, and enjoy your holidays between now and then. Hopefully I'll see you all on Christmas, and yeah, I don't know. Enjoy it. Peace out, boys. I'll see y'all later.